Hi friends, welcome to my home and into my kitchen here at All Things Kitchen. My name is Jennifer. If you're new here, thank you for joining me today. If you're not new, thank you for coming back. I am trying something new and different. I just pulled some dough out of the bread machine and I am going to be making a cinnamon twist bun roll. I don't even know what to call it. It's going to be the flavors of a cinnamon roll, cinnamon bun, but it's just going to be a different shape. So we're going to try to do this together and see how it turns out. Right now, I'm just kind of spreading the dough out a little bit. I am going to bring you down. I'm going to rinse my hands off because this dough has a lot of butter in it. And I need to grab my rolling pin so that I can roll this out. So I just grabbed my rolling pin and I'm going to go ahead and point you down here, and we're going to experiment together, do this together so that I can have a delicious breakfast tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed, all that good stuff. I'll bring you down. Okay, so I've got the dough here and I'm just going to roll this out into a rectangle as best I can. And basically what I'm going to do is fill it like I would almost fill it for cinnamon rolls, cinnamon buns. But we're going to, instead of roll it, we're going to fold it like a letter fold. So we'll fold it into thirds. And then we're going to cut that into strips. Okay, so I've got an offset spatula and I'm just going to kind of eyeball this here into thirds and just kind of give myself some markers. And then try to make this a little bit more square down here on this edge. There we go. So I'm going to put the butter on here just like I would for cinnamon roll, cinnamon buns. Have you done any experimenting with a recipe that you've made before to maybe try something different? I'm also thinking about, I've been discussing with my husband about trying different flavors in a cinnamon bun scenario. So that might be coming up later as well. I just have to figure out what I want to do. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the blackberry jam that we just made, blackberry jam and syrup, kind of do something with that, or maybe a blueberry lemon. I don't know. What sounds good to you? All right, this is pre-made cinnamon sugar that I have right here. And I'm just gonna douse this in my cinnamon sugar. Just kind of press that into that. There's a lot of butter on there. Just got it all over my hand. Let me wash my hand. I've got some water here in the sink that I was washing some dishes with. Okay, so I'm going to fold this third over like this. And then fold this third over. There we go. And I'm going to kind of clean up this counter a little bit because I'm going to need this counter to shape what I'm making. And I want a clean, semi-clean surface. It was clean when I started. There's just cinnamon sugar all over it now. So let me just kind of, watched a couple of videos on this, so I have an idea of what I'm doing. Just never done it before. So we're going along together. Just going to clean up this edge and clean up this edge. There we go. And I think I want it a little bit. There we go. I think that's more of a size that I want. So we're going to start with one. Let me kind of move you over here a little bit. And I'm going to, I might do actually a couple different things because I've watched a couple of different videos. I don't even have my cookie sheet ready. Okay. So I'm going to twist this like this, and then I'm going to twist it around and squeeze the bottom here together like that. Put that on my sheet. We'll see. We'll do a couple of different ways. So just kind of giving this a good stretch. I'm going to twist it like this and then twist it around my finger and squeeze it at the bottom. Twist it. Snoopy. I didn't keep the twist very well, but it still looks pretty. Maybe they'll all be a little unique and different. Maybe I need to just twist them some more. Sorry about that. There we go. Now, one other thing that I want to try, I'm going to cut this a little bit bigger than I did the other ones because I want to try a couple of other things. So I'm going to cut this this into thirds and give it a braid. And then we will roll that up. So, kind of doing a couple of different things all at once. Trying different shapes to see how they turn out, how they taste. And this is a total experiment. And then roll this up like that and give that a pinch. Isn't that pretty? I like that one. I think we're going to do that one again. You can see how my countertop's getting a little bit messy from the butter and the cinnamon sugar. And we'll just do this and braid. Kind of mush those ends together and then roll this up. I hope it stays like this when it bakes because it looks very, very pretty. And I think it would, it's the same recipe that I've used for my cinnamon rolls. They're just shaped different, so I know they're going to taste good. This one's kind of, I'll bring you down here in just a minute to my tray. Some of them are coming apart. You see them, honey? Mm-hmm. I may even keep some like this. Just doing all sorts of different things to experiment with, see what looks good, see how they look when they rise and then when they bake. And so these will be like just a cinnamon twist, and then we've got the cinnamon twist rolls and then the cinnamon twist knots. How about that? That's what you can call them. Cinnamon twist rolls, and cinnamon twist knots. All right, let me clean this up and then I'll bring the tray over for you to see. Okay, so this is what I have here. I've got two, what I'm going to call cinnamon twist, 2 cinnamon twist rolls, and 4 cinnamon twist knots, sort of knots. So I'm going to let these rise for about 45 minutes, and then we'll get them in the oven to bake. And I will bring you back when these are all baked so that we can see what they look like. Okay, we have some unrolling that has happened on the cinnamon twist knots that I did here. They came unrolled, and the cinnamon twist rolls kind of came undone a little bit. So I'm going to fix those. We're going to fix the undoing before we put this stuff in the oven. So what I'm going to attempt to do here is just give these cinnamon twist knots that have come undone, just kind of give them a simple twist and try to pinch them back together. My main concern is that they've already gone through their final rise, and I don't want to do anything to mess that rise up. So I'm trying to be as gentle as possible so that we can get these prepared to get in the oven and bake and become delicious, which they were. They were eaten all within a day and a half. They were absolutely delicious. So just going to get these over to the oven to bake up. So I just pulled the cinnamon rolls out of the oven. And as you can see, a couple of them came undone, but I'm not worried about that. So we have the cinnamon twist rolls, and then the cinnamon twist knots. And two of the knots came undone, but they're still going to be delicious. And two of the knots stayed together, what I'm calling cinnamon twist knots. I think this one right here looks absolutely beautiful. That one kind of came undone a little bit, but I think it's really pretty. I think these cinnamon twists are kind of pretty too. The way I've seen these done is once they're rolled up, they put them in a muffin tin, and that was probably to keep them together, but I didn't really have much trouble with this one. This one came apart just a little bit, but the knots are what really came apart, but I just may not have pinched the ends together enough. So we may be splitting one of these for dessert tonight. We've already eaten dinner. It's almost 9 o'clock, so it's kind of a late night for cooking, but I wanted to get these done with you and have the fun experience. So thank you for coming along on this experiment. I hope that you give something like this a try. And if you have done something like this, let me know how it worked for you. And if you've got any tips for me, I would love to have them so that the next time I do this, they turn out even better. As of right now, there's no glaze on there. I'm not going to worry about a glaze because it is late at night and I really made these for breakfast for tomorrow. And if I feel like whipping up something to put on it, I will. Maybe even just sprinkle some powdered sugar on there or something, not sure. But it was a fun experiment and I appreciate you coming along. I appreciate your time. So I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great week. I can't wait to see you next time. Take care.